All right, it's me. It's me. We're gonna be building a heavy arms. Oh no, I did not mean to knock that sister over. Get these instructions laid out. I could have done this while we were still on the break screen. That would have been really smart. No one's ever accused me of being smart, though. So, as usual, we'll give people some time to get in here. Got our wonderful heavy arms that we have so far. We got a lot more to do on him. Need a lot more parts to put together here. But, you know, I'm pretty happy with him so far. We weren't quite supposed to put him together yet, but it'd be fine. It's probably not going to be that big of a deal that he's already together. It'll be fine. So yeah, you know, we're hanging out. We're having a good time. We're getting everything ready for the stream tonight, and we will kick things off in just a moment. But you know, hope everybody's had a pretty good week. You know, that's right. We're working on heavy arms tonight, Blown Alibi. We're getting a pretty good distance in here. We're about to get started with finishing him, hopefully, tonight. Hopefully. But we'll see how it goes. 20 episodes in Zeta and you're hooked? Nice. All right, we're going to give it about 40 more seconds, and then we're going to get started. That way people have time to come in, but that way it's not too long for the people watching the VOD on YouTube. I love Zeta a lot. I'm rewatching Zeta right now with Rundgren for the sake of the channel, and Zeta definitely has some more issues than I remembered, but I don't care because I love it so much that it doesn't matter to me. I see why people might be upset, but, you know, I like Zeta a whole lot. All right, so we put together base here for the chest last time. So we're starting here today. If we finish heavy arms early enough, so we have a lot of things to put together here, but if we finish heavy arms early enough, then I will give options on what we will do. Because I don't just want to end the stream like 20 minutes in. If we're like 50 minutes in, we'll probably go ahead and call it. But if not, you know. But I do have an optional side project we could start for if we have streams that end early. All right, we need... Who's your favorite character so far in Zeta? Just out of curiosity. Second chapter, for sure. For sure. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. It still continues the story of Amuro and Char. It absolutely is the second chapter. Trimmed a little bit too much off that while trying to clean it up. I talked about this last time we worked on the heavy arms. But that's one of the issues of these older kits is the plastic gets really weak. And it's pretty easy to trim too much off when you're trimming with the X-Acto. Thankfully, looking at it from the outside, should be pretty hard to tell, but still kind of a pain. You like a lot of the characters Zeta? Unfortunately, yeah, that's Zeta for you. There is a reason that he's known as Kill 'Em All Tomino. That's all I'm saying. Zeta's pretty great. I like Zeta a whole lot. See, you're 20 episodes in, so you should be... You've seen the return of a lot of named characters now. It's a boxing anime. It kind of is. Because of the new setup, my thumb and my fingers here are actually pretty far away from my face. For some reason, doing these tiny little adjustments is really hard when they're this far away. And I just want to bring them closer, but... Alright, I'm going to bring them closer. Nope, turns out distance was not the problem. Yeah! That is a really cool sequence. With Neo Hong Kong. That sequence is pretty sick. I think what I'm gonna do is bring this down where you can see more of what I'm doing. We have this part on here now. And we need B31 and 32. The only problem about going 2 weeks between these is I don't remember which ones. Yeah, Neo Hong Kong's pretty great. That's where I think like Zeta really starts to come into its own. The stuff with 4 is really interesting. Five minutes after Bright's on the captain's chair. First cue. Yeah. Yep. 100%. 100%. There is a moment in one of the side story mangas where a character is complaining that food on the Argama is not as good as they want it to be, shall we say? And Captain Bright's question is, do you like oxygen? Because you don't have to have that anymore. And the other person shuts up. And it's one of the many reasons I love Captain Bright. Yeah, that's him to a nutshell, right? Yeah, he's the good captain. He's going to be there for people. He cares about his people. Oh, you're complaining about something that is completely out of his control and doesn't matter at all, really, in the grand scheme of things while you're at war? Do you want to die? Because he'll get you. He'll get you. All right, so these are the Vernier packs, I believe. I always forget that Heavyarms Custom has these. And in fact, I think if we check on the box, yeah, you can see they're there on the box, but you'd be forgiven for forgetting they exist. But they're there. It's to counterbalance when he fires the heavy chain guns or the missiles. All right. I love Captain Bright. He's absolutely wonderful. It's interesting too. Your character shows up. The character makes you worried now. Yeah. Yeah, that's also a Tomino thing. Oh, you're interested in the main character. Interesting. Yoshiki Tomino is a really great writer. He's an absolutely excellent writer who makes great characters. But man, does he love to kill off female characters that fall in love with a main character. What's her face from OG Gundam is the one that always comes to my mind. Of like, This girl met Kai for like an episode. And then Tomino was like, it seems she's developed an attraction to Kai. Well, we can't have that, can we? I can't remember her name to save my life. Oh yeah, Kai Shiden. Kai Shiden was my most hated character in Gundam when I was watching First Gundam. Because I didn't see First Gundam first. I saw Wing first, I believe. And then First Gundam came on Toonami. And Kai Shiden was my most hated character. And the fact that they pulled him off, they made him good, is like one of the biggest victories in all of Gundam, in my opinion. Right, next up is the head, which is on A. Ayato's pretty great too. Certain characters that rise a comet, not expecting, but it totally worked. Yeah. 100%. Kai really does come into his own. He's got a side story manga about him too that is really interesting. Where he's like going around the earth during the time of Zeta, trying to report on everything happening. And we also need C5. And there is a sticker tied to this one. All right. They sure are. They sure are. But they're high Zacks now. You know, it's an improved Zaku. Rundgren actually made a really good point on that when we were watching it, which was, imagine you're an Earth Federation pilot. All your friends that enlisted alongside you were killed by Zaku's. And now your new elites for the Earth Federation, show up in high Zacks. Yeah, that's not a great feeling. Oh, I can feel how, like, bad at this I am right now. I'm running on fumes. But I beat 5 games in 7 days. So, you know. Could be worse. Oh, come on, slot in there. There we go. But there's a sticker that's supposed to go around the chin. Oh, come on. Why around the chin? Why are we doing this? Sticker's so tiny. Come on, sticker. Okay, we got it loose. 40-hour work week and spend your weekends to well-earned CS3. I do not blame you. And I hope you enjoy it, good sir. Very good. This is not easy to do with how tiny this is. Then I go through slow through Zeta, but second day started at F3 and ended that night on 10. I understand. That was me with turn A. Sorry, I'm not doing a better job of showing you the sticker process here, but you wouldn't be able to see it through my fingers anyway, because it's the smallest sticker in the world. There we go. Okay. Now we can finish putting the head together. All these parts are so small. I do finally get to start working on Xenoblade again, though, which feels great. I put like 6 hours into Xenoblade today. After I finished Pokemon Legends Arceus this morning. Oh, I forgot the eyes! Alright, stickers, look. Killing me. You're killing me, stickers. I was very happy when model kits went away from sticker eyes and moved into like eye parts that you slotted on. One day you go back to Xenoblade, but that day is not today, tomorrow, or even next year. I understand. I understand. There's just so many games to play. This is incredibly difficult. No. Okay. Whew, stickers are done. Head does not want to stay together. This piece should hold that in there. You can just barely see the eyes. So I don't know if all that sticker work was even worth it, but I'll know that they're there. That's going to matter to me. Thanks for not focusing back, camera. We're over here. Come on. That is the head. Come on, camera. We're going to focus back, right? We're going to focus back. Come on. Focus over here. Thank you. Okay. Next up is A15, 16, and C6. This is also why I said 2 weeks ago that, like, hey, yeah, we're not going to be able to stay late and finish this today because it would take another 40 minutes probably, because I knew the head was going to be processed. These older kits' heads are always something. But we're done with liner C, so let's go back in the box. This is a Zagak. I've got him holding up the instruction manual right now. The other side is a unicorn. Specifically, that's Char's Zagak from 0079. Oh, I don't blame you at all. I think, and this is just me, I think the Gundam community is way too harsh on people when it comes to model numbers and names of mobile suits. Because I don't think it's a stretch at all to expect people not to remember all of them. But as somebody who's been making Gundam content on YouTube for a little while, Man, do people expect you to know them all? And they really shouldn't. Like, do you know that's a douage? No? How dare you not know it's a douage? It's, well, no, it looks like a dom. No, that's the douage. Okay, well, I'm sorry. Look like a dom to me. Well, that's not a dom. That's a dom tropin. It's, okay, well, look, at this point, we're just making names up. People understanding with your newness? That's good. Most of the time, if you tell people you're new, they'll be reasonable. There's just some people that are not that way, unfortunately. How does this slot in? No. That piece is very tiny. Because it slots in on the other side. Doesn't slot in very well, though. What the heck? Can't see anything through my hands right now. Alright, there we go. Now this last piece also has a sticker. You're kidding me. We're supposed to... Okay. Alright. This is dumb. So, you see this white antenna? That's supposed to be gold. So guess what we gotta do? That's right. It's stickers. It's a whole lot of stickers. Some emotions I have towards a sticker. Yeah, stickers are the worst part of model building, in my opinion. One of the reasons that I've been gravitating more and more to building like 40K models, which is just paint. If you mess it up, well, you know, hey, it can still look cool. Now we got to do the sides of that thing. That are still, it's still very white there. You got to do the sides of it now to make it not white. Well, that's one half. The other problem with doing it with stickers is that part of the underlying color will always peek through. And I think that makes it look cheap. Which is unfortunate. Because you don't want that when you model. You know, you want your model to look sick. I just breathed directly into the mic there, and it was a nice wet breath. I don't talk about it often, but I have pretty rough asthma, and it leads to some fun breathing that I have to cut out of recordings every once in a while. I try not to like lean into the mic, and I just lean directly into it there. Like a Star Wars set, stickers suck when you mess them up because you barely have extras, for sure. Come on. No. Get in there. Yeah, this head is not well designed. Having to push on stickers you've already placed to make it fit. Not great. Oh boy, that's going to continue being a problem, isn't it? Your favorite episode in 79 was the one with the ragtime. Yeah, I got with the C4 and the jetpacks for sure. And then afterwards, they recognized that, like, Amuro is a true warrior. It did a lot, I think, to humanize the Zeon forces. I think you really needed that moment that sold them as more than just fanaticals. Between them and Ramba Ral, you got... And, of course, you know, being able to see things from Char's perspective, but... It really did a lot, in my opinion, to to tie it all together. Make it all seem more human. Do. Well, wait, the mess team? For sure. That's one of the things that I think Gundam does best, is it does the both sides of the war really well, for the most part. There are a couple series that do not, but for the most part, Gundam does both sides of the war really well. Like, Gundam Age tries to do it, and you just go, oh, so Flit Asano is right. Okay. I have no reason to feel bad for the enemies anymore. Oh, I love Age, but Age is such a mess. And we're going to get to that point at some point on the channel here, watching through them with Rundgren. And he's gonna hate Age, and it's gonna make me sad. Because I love Age, but Gundam Age is just not good. It has some incredible characters, but man, is Gundam Age just not good. Give me the good, the bad, the ugly. Yeah. I don't think there's any bad Gundam series. I think even the worst Gundam series have some good things about them. Gundam Seed Destiny, Double Zeta, Age. There's all Build Fighters Try. There's still cool things that happen in those seasons, and some really good characters that I think make them worth watching. But some people will tell you, hey, don't even bother watching them, they're bad. And I don't agree with that. I think the ideas explored within are still worth seeing. Also, Age has some exquisite suit designs and music. Suit designs and music in Age are incredible. Focus on just UC and then branch off. That's the best way to do it, in my opinion. That's not the way we're doing it for the show, because we're doing release order, so that he can see the slow buildup of animation and callbacks and all that stuff. But if you're not doing release order, then you should do all of Universal Century first, and then come back and get the rest. Because all of Universal Century really is this one big, continuous story for the most part. Then we need the barrels. Kind of doing that. Guys in Discord gave you pros and cons in different ways, but recommended just starting to do... Yeah, 100%. Double Zeta, Zeta, double Zeta, charge counterattack. That's how you should start for sure. That's how I think everybody should start. Obviously, if you're not going to watch Gundam, if you have to start with original Gundam, then watch wherever you want to start, you know? But, like, that is the best way to do it in my mind. You get that... It's not a quadrilogy, I guess, because Char's Counterattack's a movie, but you get that core story that unfolds over the course of those seasons. And it also gives you the good and the bad of Gundam. You know, you get the Salt Run episodes with First Gundam, you get some of the more annoying parts in Zeta, and then you get some of the more annoying parts in Double Zeta, before you get genuinely what I think is one of the best animated movies ever made, which is Shark's Counterattack. Of course, I would say that because I love Char and Amuro, so I mean, you know. And I love Camille, and I love Judo, and I love Captain Bright. I love Lieutenant Emma. And I love Quattro Pagina, who's definitely not Char Aznable. Alright. I am very surprised at the color of these miniguns, because the cover makes them look gray. They are not gray at all. They are very, very blue. Why do they look so gray in these pictures? They're not gray. Like, look at this. They look so gray there. I don't get this. What is the translation error? Yeah. What is the point of pretending that they're gray when they're not? All right, next up we need B25. I still have more parts, by the way. Where did those go? Where does A5 go? Okay, those go on the sides. All right, so we need to get those too. This is just like the Zhao Hadun SD, that is not at all the color that the box says it is. Although this suit at least still looks pretty good. We'll do a whole review of it that'll probably get cut down into a short to go on YouTube, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Just why give me the idea that it's going to be one color when it's not? Why do that? I don't understand. B25, B26. I like Wing. I'm a little bit afraid to rewatch Wing, because I am afraid that on that rewatch I'm going to hate Wing. I'm not one of those people that, like, will hate a show just because it's bad. Even if a show's bad, if it's got good characters, I'm probably still going to enjoy it, you know? So many memes of Wing, you already know half the story? I don't doubt that. I normally enjoy even bad shows if it's got stuff I like in it. And I know Wing has stuff I like in it. But I also remember some really weird decisions the characters make. And so I'm nervous about the rewatch. But oh, didn't mean to hit that. Let's do some shaving. At the same time, it's still Gundam. And it's got Lucrezia Noin in it. And so it can't be all bad. Because Lucrezia Noin is absolutely incredible. It's also got Trace Kushranada, who is like one of the best characters in all of Gundam, in my opinion. I need to do a top 10 Gundam characters, not top 10 Gundam pilots. I need to do a top 10 Gundam characters. Because I don't know if Trace would be on there, but he'd be pretty close. You love SAO, but readily admit it has problems, so it doesn't detract from your personal enjoyment. Yeah. It's, you know, each their own. I absolutely adore an anime called Godanner. Danner is not good. Go Danner is a super robot anime about a guy that, how do these fit in the hands? It's about a guy that sometimes you all need some junk food anime for sure. Does it do like this? What? Okay, so they have it right here, and then they do this like this, and then slot it in the hand. But it can't fit in the hand like that because of the side of the gun. So I guess what I'm gonna have to do is this, and then put the hand in it. And then turn it. We can't turn it. Oh boy. This is going to break something. This is poorly designed. Okay. That works. We can't fully move the arm or articulate it, but that works. Now for the next one. Anyway, Go Danner is about a guy that pilots a super robot, and he winds up saving this girl. He pilots it when he's like 13, 14, maybe 15, 16, right? Hard to tell ages in anime. And he rescues this girl that's like 8. And then you hard cut to them like 10 years later and they're getting married. Like, okay, that's a little strange. I don't know how I feel about that. And then Go Danner goes on to go, hey, here's these 2 American, like, incestuous twins that pilot a robot. And here's this girl that can't wear pants because her butt's so big that pilots a robot. And the director can't hold her shirt together to save her life. But at the same time, the action in the show is so good and the music is so good that, like, I just want to watch it. And the music's over here going, Go Danner! I'm like, yeah, man, Go Danner, yeah! And the main character does, like, all the stereotypical hot-blooded pilot things. But then it has incredibly strange choices. And some of which are really bizarre. Like, they introduce some Russian characters, and they're into BDSM for no reason. Not because they enjoy it, just because they're Russian, I guess. And it's like, that's not accurate to most Russians, I would argue. It's such a weird show, man. Okay. So. Right. They're gonna rush me. For sure. So we do have some more pieces we can put on here. That are like effect pieces. We can switch off the top of the missile pods. Here. For the open variant. I don't plan on doing that. But it's nice that you can. If you wanted to have it on the shelf with everything open for the full salvo, you can do that. I think these little flaps on here are going to get broken off if I leave it out like that. But it's cool that you can, right? We can, however, switch these out, apparently, for missile pod variants. We're probably going to do that. Because right now they're beam saber variants, and I'd rather have the missile pod variants. It's going to be fun to get off without breaking it. But yeah, the action is absolutely worth it. There's another show that I absolutely love called Needless, which is even worse somehow. But the characters in Needless are so good. It's one of those shows that I could never make a video for on the channel. Because, people would not be happy. The main character's a lolicon. Yeah, he is. I'm not denying that fact. But he also is an incredibly cool character other than that, like, does a lot of cool stuff. And there's a guy in it called Adam Arclight. And there's a guy that uses an ability called the Fourth Wave, and every time he uses it, he goes, Dion Hop. It's like, look, man, I mean, you know, just watch the fights on YouTube. You'll be fine. That's how you watch that show. Monogatari intensifies 100%, right? Anybody that loves the Monogatari series has to go, yeah, let me show you my favorite series, but you need to know. Wait, is the... Okay, lip is supposed to be top. That's what I thought. Otherwise, how are you going to get it off again? Anybody that's ever had to try and explain that toothbrush scene, man. Okay. Let's review this thing. So, let me get all this stuff out of the way. Yeah, PSA advisory before you watch certain anime when you recommend to people. Hey, just so you know. Alright. This kit was not hard to build for the most part. The worst parts were the stickers by far and the head. The biggest issue I have with this kit is the way that the Gatlings are designed. They're very hard to hold in the hands and are barely held in there right now, really. A lot of stuff is slotted in, but it doesn't actually have a catch for it to slot into, so it just comes off. And my third biggest annoyance is the coloration. Why is it all so light blue? That's not what you promised me, box. Look at this. You promised me this. You promised me this. You gave me this. These are not the same. They're just not. We've been duped and bamboozled. We have. They're just not the same. And you may say, well, Trey, it's because you didn't put the stickers in the shoulder pads. That's not the problem here. That is not the problem here. When you look at all these pictures here, they're using one that is definitely gray. This is definitely gray. Not even a question. Look at the difference in color between this and the shoulder pad. Look at the difference there. I am going to put those stickers on because I think it's going to make everything pop a little better. But, like, this is definitely not what they sold us. They did not print it in the right color, which is a shame. Because I can't give this kit the good sign of approval when it's a lie. I want to be able to tell people, yeah, you should get the Heavyarms kit. It's really cool, and it was a great build. But that would be a lie, so I can't do that. Also, the fact that all of the yellow parts are stickers is really not cool. The fact that I'm having to cut stickers apart right now because they're stuck together is not cool. And I still make $1 quadrillion. Hold your ground. That's absolutely right. And this is an older kit, so I know some people might say, well, this is just because it's an older kit. That's why it's got that problem. They fixed that process. Well, tell that to this boy right here that is absolutely a lie from his box that I keep on the desk so we don't forget. I keep him right here at all times. Look at these white feet that he's got that are the same color as his body. Oh no, they're stickers on a part, then there's no stickers. I haven't forgotten, and I won't forget. That's why he's right there. He's right there at all times. That's right, I keep him out of spite. Don't pay attention to the inhaler or the sisters of the Tyranids or that icon back there from Kamen Rider Ghost. We're focusing on this guy right now. But we're gonna finish these stickers. Because I want him to look good. I want him to look as good as possible. Now, unfortunately, this is still a problem with Bandai. They have not yet fixed this. And until they fix it, every time it happens, I'm going to keep calling it out. Because people need to know. That's another reason why I like doing shorts of the reviews afterwards, is so people can see and know, like, hey, this should not be that way. So if you're interested in getting a kit, and you want to get a Heavy Arms kit, just remember that this Heavy Arms kit is a lie. If you don't mind that fact, then you're Gucci. You'll be fine. There's so many green stickers to apply here. I would almost say that I would reprime this Heavy Arms myself to fix the gray. And we may come back and do that at some point in the future. Because it really bothers me. Fill them up in a Basilicanum gray. And then send an image to Bandai and be like, I fixed it for you. 30 years after distribution. It's not 30, but it's getting pretty close to it. This was what? This was... part of the Endless Waltz OVA series, so it would have been 95, 96, I think. Is it really not on here? It's not. Okay. Who's this man faxing us a picture? Alexa, what year did Mobile Suit Gundam Wing Endless Waltz come out? Okay, it was 97. That was the answer, Alexa. You don't need to keep talking. You already gave me the answer. Thanks, though. You can stop at any time. Alright, now we just got to do the chest stickers. Then we're done. The Mark II? Quattro Bagina is pretty great. I do love me some Quattro Bagina. Also, I do love the Mark II. The Mark II was one of the first kits that I had to buy. I made the mistake, though, of not getting the late Mark II. So like there was a limited edition run right after Zeta had finished airing of a Mark II with some extra bits with it that came with a little picture of Lieutenant Emma, and I did not get that version, unfortunately. Love the Gundam, don't get you wrong, but yeah, I understand. Hey, my favorite from first Gundam is still the Gian, so like I understand. I should specify, too, when I say right after Zeta finished airing, I don't mean the original airing in Japan, the original syndication. I mean when it came out on DVD here, because we never actually got Zeta here until it released on DVD. And that was when it got a dub, too, which is also why some of the voice actors don't come back for the dub. Which is pretty interesting to me. Still watching sub with no plan to stop. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. That's the easiest way to make sure you have the same voice actors, too. All right, we got the stickers done. Oh, we don't have the stickers done. We have 2 more stickers to go, and they're the tiniest stickers so far. There's also, if you continue watching it subbed, there's some really fun references in AU shows that are not Universal Century when a Universal Century person like voices them, when they voice a character, that are really funny. Sticker speed run. Yeah, we got them. All right, so my final review for the Heavyarms, which I'll stitch the 2 parts together for the deal on YouTube. But my final review is that it's a relic of its time, and even from those among its time, it's got some pretty big problems. And ultimately, I think that unfortunately, the Endless Waltz version of the Heavyarms custom, is not a very good kit at all. And I would not recommend people to spend money on it, especially now that it's out of print and is a lot more expensive. Just don't. Get yourself something nice with that money instead. We've reached pretty much the end of the stream. So I did have this SD Lubu. We'll save that, because what was requested that we build in 2 weeks' time is the Crossbone X1. So that's what we're going to build in 2 weeks' time, is the Crossbone X1. Put that right there on the desk. Next week, of course, we'll be back with painting. We'll be continuing our sisters, making them look good, hopefully, for our kill team. But Monday, we'll be back with MMO Mondays. Rundgren should be back then. If not, then we will do the rest of the Guild Wars achievement that we started on. Tuesday, we'll be back with the regular podcast. Wednesday, if he's back, we'll have the Rundgren's assignment that we normally have. Thursday, we'll have the D&D podcast, or we'll continue Lunistis, depending. And then next Friday, we'll paint some sisters. All these mobile suits feel like Pokemon generations. Yeah, they kind of are, right? Each one's different. But I really appreciate Blunt Alibi and everybody that's going to watch this later on. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's been good. It's been fun. You too. And next time, we'll build a mobile suit that hopefully doesn't have as many stickers. Until next time, though, I've been Trey. This has been The Full Spectrum. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum. Building models. Gunpla.